Sloss and Humphries on the road.
Muggins and cream, cream and muggins, straight thuggin', living the dream.
And that's our intro.
Fucking muggles.
Tickling the clit inside your head that makes you laugh.
Am I really low down?
I feel like you are beneath me, yes.
Do I look like I'm sat on the floor?
I feel like you are beneath me, yes.
Power hungry.
What?
Power hungry.
Me?
I'm an underling.
No, I'm just beneath me. Take that what you are. It could be sexual. It could be sexual. You don't have to take it. You don't have to take it as an insult.
Just as a...
You're the master. You're the king of spin. So you should be able to turn that into a compliment.
He's fucking kind of drill this home. He's like Donald Trump.
See, listen to this spin. Now I'm Donald Trump's.
We've had a rough couple of days, I think.
Not rough. Don't, like, man, take into consideration what's going on in the world right now and have some fucking perspective. You've lost your luggage for a day.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
But I mean, with no perspective.
All right, okay, aye.
You know, if you don't look at the whole scheme of things, if you're just really self-involved,
Aye.
it was a rough day on them, on that level of perspective.
Oh, well, we tried to get to Pittsburgh, and last time on the tour in America, our flight to Pittsburgh was delayed, and we had to go directly from the airport to the venue and then walk on stage. And then this time we were in Pittsburgh, it got fucking delayed again. Thank God Neil was there.
Oh, we would not have made the Pittsburgh gig without a tour manager.
Absolutely not. No, I wouldn't do. You know me. I don't queue for things, and also I don't fill out forms. You could offer. You could
power
have,
hungry.
Only power hungry because I got, and I'm not. I'm power content.
Aye, you pay for services. One of them services is, fill these forms out, please.
I go do this. To be fair, I don't know if I actually pay Neil for all the stuff he does. I do feel like he goes. I feel like he does go above and beyond the Call of Duty so many times. I'm talking about the sex.
He's hot in it. I'm still talking about the sex now. He's hot in it.
Aye, and his arse.
Aye.
His little bottom.
He's softly beating heart.
Softly beating heart. Is that?
Is
that like a way
to be romantic?
Because it just made you sound like he was weak and he was ill. Like if you have a softly beating heart, you're like inches away from death.
He's worth his weight in gold, but I mean that doesn't weigh much. Doesn't make him seem like he's tiny here, tiny with a soft beating heart. That's how I kneel. No, he's been fucking amazing.
It's just very good to you know how we used to like whenever you complain about stuff, people go this, or that's what's the fucking phrase people use, like your diamond shoes are too tight. Can I tell you how comfortable my diamond shoes are at the moment? Neil's back on tour.
Aye,
like it's one of those moments where I used to always complain when he wasn't there, and that does sound like just a spoiled thing. Because
when I'm like, we've had a rough couple of days, we didn't have to deal with any of it. Right, we missed our flight. We didn't miss our flight. Our flight got cancelled. Right, our
flight got cancelled. It said something very racy.
Yeah,
it's we're not allowed to talk about what it said, but it was hard G's,
soft R's,
and rolling the F somehow.
So anyway, the flight was cancelled for whatever reason. It's got an injunction, super injunction. Are you just letting people be high here?
Well, no, I thought you were going to end. I thought this was going somewhere. I mean, I didn't think. That's a lie. I didn't think it was going anywhere. Is it?
I'm going to try and excavate this conversation.
Oh God.
The flight was cancelled. When we got there, eventually the luggage didn't turn up, and we eventually got a different flight instead of the cancelled one. We eventually got our luggage.
Aye.
We didn't have to deal with any of it. Like Neil just done everything.
And then we got to the fucking gig and we had to go on stage in trackies. I've never felt fucking scummier in my fucking life. I felt like gigging. I felt like you 7 years ago. Now, don't get me wrong. I am an absolute. I don't know if anyone's been noticing this. If you watch the video podcast, but I am a recent convert to the trackies.
Yeah.
I think I had a pair like years and years ago and I wore them all the time and then they got ripped and I was like, I shouldn't buy any more of those.
You've never worn trackies. I didn't even know that about you. You sit watching the telly with your jeans on. wild.
Oh, no, jammy bottoms.
Fair.
You know me, I like onesies. I'm a man of class. I mean, to be fair, is your thing off? Or did you just speak really quietly there?
I haven't asked.
Oh, there it is, aye.
Okay.
Just weak voiced then, that's all.
Oh, I've just spilled cider all down my crotch. Do that thing you usually do.
What? Oh, I see.
I've been trying to spread rumours about you, haven't I?
Well, that's all you do.
I try and tell people that we'll have such a laugh on tour, like Danny when he goes in to get scanned.
Oh, I hate this bit.
When he goes in to get scanned, every single airport, when it does the full body scan and like the X-ray bushes around him, he pretends to get electrocuted. He's like, gotcha to the staff at the airport.
Never gets a laugh.
Never gets a laugh. No one knows whether that's true or not. People forget, sounds like him. Never get to laugh, but I'm getting joy out of it. No,
it's like you're just being your own Andy Kaufman. It's just your own weird. I'm going to freak people out.
It's not that.
With my weird
That's
lies.
Not what it is. It's a lot shallower than that.
Cara does the same to Cullen.
What, you gaslights Cullen?
I'm
not gaslighting you. That's not what I said.
Cara, no, that's what you said. Finally, he admits it, and it's on record. You heard it, folks. He admits he gaslights me. Cara absolutely gaslights Cullen, and it's very, very funny because the pair of them are fucking mean girls.
I was gonna say the reminders of the mean girls.
Man, they are
plastics.
A pair of just a bitchy pair of cunts around the house. Like anyone else, when it's them two in the room, they just fucking bitch about you in front of your fucking face.
Do you reckon we've both been slaughtered by them when it's just the pair of them?
Absolutely, they do it when I'm there, and I call them out on it, and I'm like, I'm like, it's so fucking obvious because like when it's just them two at home, they're going at each other constantly, like in a friendly way. But when I come back, I'm like, you're just trying to act hard in front of each other. Like it's very, very obvious what you're doing.
They're showing off in front of their mates, aren't they?
Aye. Cara's rumours that she spreads about Cullen are that he puts pepper in his tea.
Oh, is that a rumour? I've had that one. I had that friend of his. And I just thought it was, whatever, Cullen, he's a bit backward.
No, it's Cullen was having a cup of soup because he's a fucking pov cunt. And it's just, he just lives in a different way. And he was putting some pepper in his cup of soup, and Cara was like, that's your tea. You're putting that in your tea, you are. You bald cunt.
Fraud.
What other ones does she have about him? Just a lot of shit. I'll come back and she'll just be screaming at the top of her lungs, and then he'll be over there being bald trying to defend himself. I don't miss home is what I'm trying to say.
That other one that I last season's rumour that I spread about you was that when we're in the car and we're listening to the Lion King soundtrack, when it's the Hakuna Matata track, and we're singing along like Hakuna Matata, and like,
which is already one of the lamest ideas.
And then Danny just loves the bit where it's like, when I was a young warthog, and I just step with the singing and all that and just let him have it, his little moment. When I was a young warthog, he loves it. What's he like? I spread that.
Aye. Do you think you do it to make yourself feel more powerful, since it's actually you that's power hungry?
Power tripping. It's always about power. Look at that, back to power again. You want to be a god?
Want to be?
I
fucking am a god.
You want to envelop the cosmos and just become an all-seeing god, but you're stuck with your mortal flaws.
If you could eradicate one animal off the face of the fucking earth, that's your first act as god. Just because she kicks the shit out of your little fucking rat dog.
You slapped my little rat dog. What? Can we talk about how I really miss Peggy?
I mean, if you want to.
I kind of communicate.
And then I'll talk about how much I don't miss Peggy.
Well, that's the thing. I feel bad because like I keep saying I miss my dog, but I didn't say I miss my wife.
Yeah, but also that's what I thought you meant.
I talk to my wife every day. We keep in touch with each other and know what's going on with her and how her head's at. Can I get that with my dog? It's like going away but with a phone.
Aye.
When it comes to a dog.
Does Natalie not put you on the FaceTime to her?
Aye.
Does she recognise you?
I think Natalie puts like a bit of jam on the phone so that she like slips after it, and I'm like, oh, I think this is about me.
You feed your dog jam?
That's not what happens. I was doing a bit. Actually happens.
Is your dog the arch nemesis of Paddington the bear?
Paddington likes his marmalade.
Aye.
And Peggy's just like, I'm out about the jam.
God, that's
pretentious twat.
That's still one of my favourite Gareth Waugh tweets. It's just the jam's fine, but marmalade's for Tories. And you go, that's 100%
totally
true.
Right. Aye. Leave some fucking orange skin in it, please. I just want my face to turn inside out at one point.
I think it's been genuinely, I'm going to say well over 20 years since I tried marmalade, but I guarantee my palate has not changed enough for me to go, fucking wet,
orange
citrusy jelly spread on a crunchy toast. Those are two things I like together. Crunch and just wet jelly. It's like the worst bit of fucking tomatoes in a sandwich. It's how fucking soggy it makes the bread.
You don't like that?
Nah, I don't. It's always just the fucking, just like a damp, wet fucking...
Wet bread.
Wet bread.
Not in your tea.
No, but Cullen does.
Cullen's still working class. Don't dip your toast in your tea. Fucking lardy dog.
Would you dip a Kit Kat in a tea, in a hot beverage?
I don't see why not. And chocolate someone. Load the weapon.
I always was.
You want the chocolate to stick to their clothes when it lands. Heat that shit up.
I always wanted to do a sketch where, like, it was like one morning, like there's this couple in bed, and the girl, like, she wakes up early and she like sneaks out the room. She goes downstairs and she pops the kettle on and she puts some bread in the toaster, and like she gets a flower and she puts a little vase, and she pours the tea, stirs it, makes all nice, puts butter on the toast. Toast goes upstairs and then sneaks back into her bedroom while the man's in the bed and just throws a hot cup of coffee in his face and starts eating her toast. Always wanted to do it, but I was just like, man, there'll be somebody out there that happened to, and the second that person comes forward, that's not as funny anymore.
Domestic abuse is still domestic abuse when it's on the man.
Aye. And that's always the thing. That's why people get offended by stuff. They go, that happened to me. You go, oh yeah, well that's why it's not funny then. Like the funny thing about, the reason my thing was funny is because it didn't happen. And like, imagine this happened.
A bit close to home for you, wasn't it?
Aye, we can suspend our disbelief for a second and pretend it's just funny and look at it from a certain angle and enjoy the scenarios without the reality of the whole situation. Oh God, I feel like we've turned into fucking
we should just
Joe Rogan.
Should we film it now?
Oh, can I make a call? I want to make a public call right now.
Right.
I bet you, right, within the next fucking 4 years, Donald Trump will go on the Joe Rogan podcast.
I'm shocked he hasn't already been on.
There's no future where that doesn't fucking happen, right?
Yeah.
And Joe Rogan's entire defense will just be like, man, I just like hearing everyone's opinions. And I'm like, I know, but buddy, that does come with responsibility. He can't be the most.
Why didn't you just go for a chat with him? You don't need to record it. You don't need to air it. Get out.
You've got to challenge people on their lies. I know you're just a bloke, man, but you're the most powerful. You've got the greatest podcaster of all time. I know you're not a journalist, but you've got a little bit of responsibility to occasionally have the morals of one. Be embarrassed if you listen to this.
If he was, imagine he subscribed and he'd go with like £3.
God, can you check the Patreon pile? Just make sure Joe Rogan's name's not in there.
And then he's like, I can't wait to see what sick content these guys have got on early access. And he listens to this and he's just absolutely crestfallen. He's like, my boys.
It's a very Tory word, crestfallen.
I like the word crestfallen, mate.
I don't. It feels like it comes from a fucking just a rancor time.
Only if you use it like earnestly. But like using the word crestfallen in a bit.
Feels like the etymology of it just comes from fucking like knights. And fucking it's got something to do with houses.
You've lost your house, your coat of arms.
It's just something that's pish like that. And you're like, oh God. Different worse times.
So
what else do you want to talk about?
I did have some stuff to talk about, but I can't remember.
I always think every time something happens on tour, I always think I should just take a note of that for the podcast. I'm not going to do it. But I'm going to have that thought.
Well, maybe
for
you
the
should have like
future.
just a little bit of paper on with just some like conversation points, because there'll be tons of stuff that's happened. Where have we been since the last podcast?
I don't know where we were.
The last one was in Atlanta, and then we went to Indiana.
Oh yeah,
and we went to that like kind of bowling alley, but it wasn't bowling; it was duck bowling.
Duck bowling.
Duck pin bowling. I'm not making this up.
Yeah, I'm making this up. I was there.
And it was like the pins were on strings.
Yes, that's true. Where did you get the word duck pin from?
That's what Brad said it was called.
Oh, then I think he got you.
Duck bowling.
There's no way it was called duck bowling.
Fucking duck bowling.
You're full of I wonder what you heard.
I'm not.
You are.
It's called duck bowling.
It's 100%. I will not.
Google
I don't need
bowling.
to insult my Google search history.
So tell everyone what duck bowling is.
Bowling, it's like smaller bowling. It's like mini bowling. So it's smaller ball, more like a shot put. I'm going to say it's about a distance of 10 feet.
It's a loaf of bread.
And all the pins are little rubber duckies. And you've got to
you just got to throw bread.
You got to knock the hats off their heads before they eat all of the bread. So yeah, we both won a game.
Oh, you fucking! You know, you got us last time. Look, if you're keeping up with this ongoing saga of Daniel being shady with his tactics in bowling, you'll know he used his best friend card to make us miss me shot when it was neck and neck. This time round, he kept like flicking me heel, like kicking me heel, but like just very gently.
I remember you gaslighting Brad with this,
and I was like
lying to us.
And I was like, you're not allowed to touch. Like, I get it, right? Get in me head, but no touching. It's like the strippers getting their head, but no touching.
God, there's so many wrong ways to take that. That can be that's one of those jokes that can be as cruel as you like.
It's like Reiki massage, getting the head, but no touching. And it was down to me last shot. You took a good one because you got like a spare, so you got another shot and you hit another pin or two. And I needed like a strike or a spare, and then like a good shot to win. And I got the spare, all fair and square.
No, Brad fucked up.
Grills.
Brad was in the fucking leads, and what he actually fucking did was he had 3 shots left, and he was like,
Yeah, this was the second game. How'd your horses?
I won the first game.
Yeah, the first game I'm talking about, the one you won.
Oh, right, okay.
I was going to take my shot. Mm-hmm. I was going to take my shot for my last one, right? Mm-hmm. And so I hit the spare. I'm going to get double, whatever this is. All I needed was 2 pins.
Yeah.
That's 2 pins.
Aye.
It's just there. It's a short one.
Aye.
I just need to chuck it fucking. I could roll it like.
Aye.
I made it out. So I just come up like I was taking my normal shot.
Yeah.
And he made a massive fart noise just before I left my hand, and I actually hid into the gutter. What? Like I was like I'd hit a banana skin. Fine, you weren't touching. You weren't touching?
Oh man, I think that worked 3 or 4 times because you were getting really angry about it. You're like, why are you playing like this? And I'm like, why do you let that work?
It's fucking rotten. It's rotten. I was like, oh, someone's stopped. Speak up, Brown, you're through.
Just like, oh no, was that me? Have I shat myself again?
Stood on a frog.
It's the African barking spider. Mm. Aye, and then the second fucking game, the reason you won was because Brad had 3 shots left and he only had to get 5 fucking pins, so he gutterballed the first one
so that he could hit it with
and then gutterballed the second one, and then was just going to get like fucking 6 down with 1 ball, and then when it's like, I don't need these 2, and then knocked down 2.
It just cut right through the middle of the balls. It was like like in none of them fell by proxy. But anyway, you fucked up. But I still beat you in that one, and that just meant I won it. So we won one each. So I'm the reigning champ, is I think what we've gathered from that.
Aye, sure.
Thanks, man.
So that means something to you.
Yeah, it does. It does. Current champ, King Ding-a-Ling.
Oh God! So wait! If I win, do I get that title?
Yep.
Oh fuck! All right, okay. Good to know.
You just got to throw all the gears and just let me whack around being King Ding-a-Ling.
What's the nickname? King Ding-a-Ling.
Me?
Well, there you go. If you want your fucking nickname to be King Ding-a-Ling instead of I'll change it in my phone.
King Ding-a-Ling.
Aye, because at the moment your name in my phone is, and I can't remember.
Oh, what did you call us, King Ding-a-Ling?
Your name in my phone at the moment is Boopa PlayStation Mug Bill.
What?
Aye, I can't.
Boopa?
Yeah, so I think at one point you're like, PlayStation Mug's my middle name, and I can't remember what that was after. And then there was another time where you just went, so Boopa Bill, let's see if I can excavate this fucking thing.
So right, the middle name I get.
Aye.
I didn't get why Boopa.
Me neither. I think Paddy said, call me, like he'd got a Boopa Bill, or there was a joke with a Boopa Bill, and you went, you can call me Boopa Bill. And I went, all right, I will. Or Boopa Bill was my nickname in high school, maybe, or something.
Boopa Bill.
Aye.
Boopa Bill was my nickname in high school.
So then I changed your name in my phone to Boopa Bill, and then like months later, I think it was when you were you bought the PlayStation game twice and then complained about it to PlayStation and like, I ran a marathon, I was tired.
No, it was on Twitter. It was for everyone to see. We started getting loads of fucking comments because people were telling us to fuck off. I got hit by trolls hard.
Because it was such I ran a marathon.
I just ran a marathon. I wasn't thinking straight.
You got to tell we love his tiff. None of my friends have their real names in my phone. I think Collins is Scrappy Doodle Dandy. No idea why. Can't remember what that's about. Gareth's is obviously we're friends with the wonderful comedian from The Daily Show, Ronnie Cheng, and Gareth was the occasional fan of a little bit of Booger Sugar. So his nickname
Ronnie Cheng.
Ronnie Cheng.
Nice.
Aye.
What did you tell me Ronnie Cheng was in today?
Ronnie Cheng
Marvel.
Ronnie Cheng's in Shanghai and the Ten Rings.
Yes.
And he's in Godzilla v King Kong.
I love that, man. That's amazing.
Aye, because he's very, very big and successful. Now he's in a Disney Plus show. He's in, like, you ever heard of fucking Doogie Howser? Like, it's the thing that made Neil Patrick Harris famous when he was younger.
Okay.
Like, it was like Doogie Howser was just like this fucking a child or teenage doctor who knew everything. And it was played by Neil Patrick Harris. Well, they're redoing it on Disney Plus. And
he's in that.
Oh, he's in that. He's fucking massive over here.
He took me and Natalie for surf lessons.
Aye.
2014. It was really good.
I love him. He always takes me for really, really good.
Do you reckon Joe Rogan's listening to this now going, why couldn't they talk about me like that? He doesn't even subscribe. He waits until Wednesday to listen to me. Joe Rogan's like,
Joe Rogan's guys. All 5'4" of them, just diffs.
I can't believe he's still listening, actually. Fucking hell, man. I need some milk.
Oh my God. All right, man, I can't. Right. You kill things with a bow and arrow.
You fucking run up to them, you gallop up to them on all four paws. Yes, you're in touch with your primal side. You just leap on them, bring the elk down by their neck. You just bite onto their neck. I get it, man.
I'll tell you what, I'm currently enjoying. Do you follow Dave Longley on Instagram?
Aye.
Dave Longley is currently despising. There's this guy called Liver King.
Yes, I have.
Right, and it's just this fucking big, steroided up, horrible, beardy American cunt, and he just eats raw liver. Like, that's his diet. He's always like, we've got to have Neanderthal diets because, like, our Neanderthal fucking relatives, they ate raw liver and they were the best apex predators, blah blah blah, pseudoscience, pseudo history, all horse shit.
Yeah, he's
and it makes Dave Logley
incredibly good Nick though.
He is, aye, and that's because of all the steroids he takes.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get those abs from. You can say it's liver, sure. That's.
Yeah.
I get.
I'm just saying it's noteworthy to say that he's a fucking remarkable Nick.
Man, he could.
It's impossible.
With one hand, he could like pop my head off. If you're trying to get the lid of toothpaste off with one hand, he could physically do that. Just fucking thumb my head around enough that my neck just snaps. Like, he would make a short meal of me.
Sounds like you've thought about it.
And then he would eat my liver, right? And then take some steroids and be like, look what the liver did.
Yeah, this is all Daniel's liver.
Yeah, whoa. You know that tiny 95 kilo man? 95 kilo, I wish.
What do you weigh?
Fat. Oh, I don't know. Way more than I did 2 years ago, though.
You got crestfallen last night when I typed your name into the, when you're searching for photos. Because we're having that thing where I typed in dog and loads of pictures of my dog come out. And I typed in wife and the pictures of Natalie come out. It looked like I had no pictures of Natalie. And then we clicked on your face because it was like pictures of Daniel. On the photo albums, and we're scrolling through and you started going, look how skinny I look. Look how thin my face is.
I had the jawline because it's not only the fact that I still have my fucking pandemic belly, but I've also got the alcoholic's neck now. That just comes from fucking swelling booze so often.
It probably comes from talking shit. It probably does. Yeah, if you're fucking drinking and all that and chatting on. But your neck doesn't work. Like, the more you talk, the bigger your neck.
And that's why giraffes are the fucking Jabba Joseph next year.
They can't shut up.
It's because they can see way more. They've got more to gossip about.
Fucking blind twitchers, leaf twitchers.
What do you reckon giraffe tastes like?
Ooh, probably like quite like stringy.
All right.
Like I feel like it'll be like stretched muscle wear.
Just because.
Thanks for asking. Any other questions? I think it'll be like stretched muscle wear. Giraffe. Do you want my honest critique?
No, just curious. Because I've eaten crocodile. Mm-hmm. I've eaten kangaroo.
I saw you.
I've eaten piggy.
I've eaten my nails.
Aye. Oh man. You've seen that Paul Scholes thing?
What is it? Is that his daughter?
Aye.
I saw was he like sucking someone's toes?
No, he's biting her toenails.
It looked like an adult daughter.
Aye, so I think his daughter's like 20 something.
And he bit her toenails off, like.
No, I think he was just biting her toenails because, I don't know why.
Paul Scholes?
Paul Scholes. Biting his daughter's toenails.
Why is he doing that?
Why is he doing that? Don't get me wrong.
It's weirdly fetishy. Like,
I understand, right? The concept.
How do people know about this?
Because she filmed it and put it on
social
social media.
Wrong with it?
Clearly, right? So she's fucking posted it up there, and like, look, I understand that people are like, I would do anything for my kids, and of course you would do anything for your kids. But you go, but why that? Mm-hmm. That's like that. Don't get me wrong. That is doing anything for your kids.
Aye.
But why is that happening? Who picked it? And like, what's like gross? Like, and this is from somebody like, man, when I was a child, I used to bite my fucking toenails all the time because I could. I was bendy and gross and a boy.
I used to think that if you had a bath for 20 minutes, it was totally fine.
Aye, and they were softer.
Like, you got to let them like steep. You got to steep your toenails before you bite them.
Aye.
Did he do that with his daughter's toenails? Or did he go in like crunch? Snap?
I think he went through the shoe.
All the dirt. The day's grind under our toenails.
But like, what genuinely, like, what's a valid reason to be biting your daughter's toenails? I've been thinking about this all day. What's a real rational, like, that's okay, right. That's not the creepiest, grossest, weirdest thing.
Right, you're at fucking gunpoint by like a weird fetishist.
Right. And he's like, how many followers do you have on Instagram?
Right, so you're at gunpoint and they're like, bite your daughter's toenails. And you're like, I don't want to get shot.
Aye.
Right, that is And as well, like, even in that scenario, it's only going to escalate. Just kill us now. Just kill us now before the toenails, because I'm not going to let you fucking crank it up until I'm shagging my daughter, so just kill us. Right? So even that is not a good enough excuse for biting the toenails. What would be a good time?
Like, maybe like she's, like if it's like an ingrown toenail, right, and she's in agony, and it's really painful,
and you can make it stop by
biting
a toenail.
This
is a fictional scenario.
No, man, COVID. Like the hospital's like, we're not having anyone with sore toenails coming in today. It's a waste of our time.
You still don't need to use your mouth. There's other options.
There's not. The shop's closed. Like she does.
Well, you haven't got scissors or
they lost your luggage, and you're on holiday, and she's about to go down to the beach where it's sandy.
You can chew the sand on her toenails.
No, this is before she goes to the beach.
I don't think that's a good enough reason to bite the toenails.
I agree with you.
So why was he doing it?
Why was he doing it?
Should we get him on the podcast?
Could we?
Should we ring him? Should we phone him in?
I just... yuck. If my son ever asked me to bite his toenails, I'll fucking chin him. Okay.
Did you ask, like?
Whoa.
She must have done. He's not just going to come up and do it.
Unless that's why she was filming it. And she was like, right, this is like a weird thing my dad does.
My mum used to dig out my blackheads.
What?
If I had blackheads on my nose, she'd get in with her fingernails and like get the blackhead out for us.
Oh, that's not great.
And I would get rid of the blackhead. I can't do it myself.
Why?
I don't really have fingernails. My mum has. It gets the blackheads out.
It's just very, it's very primal. It's very like...
That was a nutrition. She grew, like, got my hair, all the ticks with my hair and
that. We had Impossible Burgers today.
Yes, and I don't mind them at all.
I don't mind them. If you don't know what the Impossible Burger is, because Cara didn't, because Cara's a fucking idiot. They are like the new vegan burger where like it's the closest to meat that it's ever been. Like they've been able to like replicate like the juices of meat.
Using vegetables.
Yeah, Matt Kirshen has a very, very, very good joke that I hope he doesn't mind me quoting. One is one of my favourite bits. Because he's like, I'm vegetarian and they're coming out with this Impossible Burger and they keep advertising, they're like, it bleeds just like real meat. And I'm like, I really think you've misunderstood what I missed about meat. It was never about the blood. It was about the flavour. That would be like, hope you enjoy the new Fleshlight. It cries after you fuck it. Matt Kirshen, he's a phenomenal comedian.
We should catch up with him when we're in LA as well. He messaged us to say.
Aye, first time I met him, I was starstruck by Matt Kirshen.
Yeah, because he was on BoobTube, or whatever it's called.
He was on RedTube, and he was Ed Byrne's support act. So when I'd gone to see Ed Byrne when I was about 14 or 15, I saw Matt Kirshen there. And he was also on like all the old things I used to watch on Paramount Comedy Channel, like Comedy Blue and Live at John Blues. Yeah,
that was the one that Mike Wilmot hosted.
Aye,
Comedy Blue, I like that. I saw Glenn Wool on that, Gav Webster.
Aye, there was really, really good ones. So Paramount did have a lot of good fucking stuff. So that's where. So I watched a fair bit of Matt Kirshen stuff, and then first time I was down doing, I think Jongleurs down in London, and I was staying with, staying with Julia Chamberlain. I was she was like, who's your favourite comedian? So I was like, well, obviously Ed Byrne, and I love so and so and so and so. And I said, Matt Kirshen. She was like, you like Matt Kirshen? And I was like, yeah. I was like, who doesn't?
Who is this that you're talking to?
Julia Chamberlain.
Yeah, right, cool.
And she was like, I can introduce you to him. And I was like, oh my God. And then Matt's just like, I met him, and I'm like, I'm so nervous to meet you. And he's like, why?
Why? That's so funny. That's really cool. Like, that's a good story. Because Julia Chamberlain knows, she books all the Jongleurs gigs.
Yes, she's been in comedy for ages, and her opinion on comedy really.
So she was matters. The one that stopped me, convinced me to stop gigging in tracksuit bottoms.
Did she?
Because I was gigging in tracky bees all the time.
Aye.
Right, like for the first.
Sweatpants for any of you Yanks out there.
Yeah. And welcome all the new Yanks. I saw the latest patrons have been in dollars. So
have they?
There's quite a few Yanks getting on board now.
Good. I wonder... Well, because I feel like the Patreon episodes are especially like the fucking deep end for them. Because like on stage, you slow your accent down.
Aye.
I mean, you still get it wrong. I remember watching you in... I think Estonia, and I was just like, there's still some words I'm like, man, you don't they don't know that word.
Yeah.
Like, you've made an interesting choice. You've chosen a colloquialism.
Like I saw Luke Benson doing gigs in Finland one time, and he was saying my lass back home.
Aye.
And he was talking about his lass, and I could tell the audience weren't laughing at the bits because they didn't know what it meant by his lass.
Lass, aye, and you're like, man.
Nothing. So you just like, if you just reassured them that it was girlfriend. And then he came off stage and hadn't went that well because they didn't understand it, and I just pranked him, and I went up and I was like, dude, lass is like the Finnish N-bomb. It's like really fucking derogatory. And you made it, and he fucking, the colour drained from him. He nearly went back on stage to explain it.
I was once doing a gig with Keith Farnan at the Newcastle stand, right? And Keith Farnan's one of those he's one of those compares where they're just excellent, man. Whenever he's doing his bit,
yeah,
like his audience interactions are very good. He's very good off the cuff. He's actually
like quick-witted.
Yeah, right.
Like you think of something, whatever you're talking to.
He's smashing this gig. He's talked to this couple there, like people clapping, smashes it, goes to the middle, talks to two guys there, smashes it, talks to a family there, smashes it, gets round here, last couple before he brings on the next act, right? And he goes, what's your name? And she goes, my name's Rachel. And he's like, okay, make some jokes. And he's like, who are you here with? She goes, oh, it's my boyfriend. And he goes, what's his name? And she goes, Ross. And the whole audience is like, no way. No fucking way.
Ross and Rachel.
Ross and fucking Rachel, right? And it just doesn't sink in.
No,
Keith's head.
It's a sitter. He misses a sitter,
man. And but the thing is, and he's roasting them, and he's making jokes, and he's being funny, and they're laughing, and we're all going, "Oh man, he's delaying it. Like he's building up, like it's there."
It's going to be, we want a break. Let's reference that.
Yeah, exactly. He's delaying this. This is going to be such a huge fucking payoff. And then he just brings Lauren Pattinson on. And I think she referenced it, gets a huge fucking round of applause. Might not have been Lauren, I can't remember, but it was... Oh. Another story similar to that one was, Steen Raskopoulos?
Yes.
Right, so he does a fucking really, really good improv show called The Bear Pack, with this other Kiwi comic.
Yeah, right? In London?
No, they do it at all the festivals.
They travel with it, you mean?
Yeah, they've done it in Edinburgh, they've done it in London, they do it in the Australian festivals. It's really good. I went to see them live once in Melbourne, and they're doing this sketch where, well, it's not sketch, they're doing this fucking improv thing where this guy loses his... one of the Prime Ministers of Australia, I don't know if you know this, was just lost at sea.
Like, did not know that.
It's one day...
Why had been Prime Minister?
No, man, it gets weirder, right? He literally, every morning, he would wake up and he would just go into the sea and go for a swim, and then one day, he did not come back.
Wow.
Right, yeah.
Is he still not back?
No.
Oh, so they just one of the Prime Ministers just got washed away?
Yep. Never found his body.
Emiliano Sala.
Aye, just disappeared. And here's the worst thing. They named swimming pools after him.
No. Like, non-ironically.
Non-ironically. Or maybe it is. It's the Aussies. Maybe they've got a fucked sense of humour. Maybe it is.
That's got to be like, it's what he would have wanted.
Aye. Bit of fucking laughter. What was my fucking point? What was he?
You were saying this, Steen Raskopoulos.
Oh, yeah. Right. So he's doing the show with Carlo Ritchie, right? And somebody shouts out this Prime Minister's name. So they want to do a sketch about like his son going to Atlantis to try and find his dad. And because he's the son, everyone says to him, you've got your father's eyes, you've got your father's eyes. Whenever he's talking to his mum and his gran or fucking whatever, they always say, you've got your father's eyes. So then at the end of this like amazing, hysterical 50-minute fucking improv sketch, Steen is finally... Carlo is finally playing Steen's dad, like the guy's dad, and he's sitting there and he's blind and he's acting as if he's blind for the entire thing, and just fucking Steen never picks up on it. Like Carlos is pretending to be blind, and Steen recognised that Carlos pretending to be blind, but he doesn't get the joke. He's not taking the fucking layup, and it goes for the.
Was he meant to pretend to be blind as well? Because he's got your father's eyes.
No, but that's why the father's blind, because he literally has his father's eyes. That's the fucking joke.
Yes.
So obviously, fucking Carlos come up with this joke halfway through the show because he's gone, right, I've set this up. This is an alley-oop. And they've got such brilliant chemistry in every show. That's always a fucking layup. After the show, I'm drinking with Steen, and I'm like, man, you didn't get that. And he's like, what? And I go, he's got his father's eyes. And man, he was devastated.
What do you think? Oh, no.
Man, I think he nearly went home. Like, we had to talk him into staying. Like, he was like, fucking no, that's my bread and butter. Like, this is the thing I'm exceptional at. And I'm like, man, it was still good. Open. Like, the audience, I don't think necessarily fucking saw it. But, oh man, just.
The Julia Chamberlain telling us that I shouldn't wear trackies is because she said for the first couple of minutes of your set, everyone thinks you're a character act, and then they start realising that that's just you. Yeah,
that's actually what you dress like. I mean, I can hardly fucking talk.
That was hard to hear. So we're getting trackies again.
Aye. So we went to Pittsburgh. Good show. Oh, right. Pittsburgh.
You said you were going to do this.
Aye, and I'm going to fucking do this.
He's been rehearsing this. I've heard him in the shower. Don't ask why I was listening to him when he was showering.
Pittsburgh. We've had a lot of fun in all of America.
Is that the right way to do it?
It's not the bit.
Does it undermine what you're about to say when what you say is just very important?
It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't scan as a bit. It's not the joke. It's just an unnecessary interruption.
Okay, I got it. Point taken.
Everywhere we've gone, like obviously we've got to travel. We cannot travel with marijuana because we fly every day, and I'm not doing that. So what we need you to do as fans...
This is like an urgent appeal.
No, it's not an urgent appeal. It's a retrospective. You failed plea. Right? Everywhere we've gone, they've been like, oh, yeah, here's like an edible to take in the airport tomorrow just before we get in, or like, here's, some weed to smoke now. There you go, great. And last time we were here, I remember like at least 3 people, dead good. We go on stage, guys, like, are there any podcast listeners in? Like, at least, I'm going to say 70 of you. Mm-hmm. We're like, woo, we do. Well, you're fucking liars. Right. Either you do listen to the podcast and you don't fucking listen. You listen to it, but you don't hear what we're saying. Or you're not even watching this now and I'm calling out no one. And I think it's that one. I think Americans just like cheering. I think you gave them the option to shout woo.
So do you think a lot of them pretended to listen to the podcast?
Yeah, because like, man, listening to the numbers of the numbers of people that listen to this podcast and the numbers we do not
the numbers,
like when they're like, it's at least 300 in every audience is like we do. And we're like, well, mathematically that's not true.
Because I know there's 5,000 always more than on the Podbean.
What?
500 patrons. Mm-hmm. So still quite a bit. You could get like quite a few in each gig still.
5,000's not
enough to scatter like 30 odd people in every gig. I think it is.
No.
If they listen to the podcast, they're coming to the show when we're in town.
Aye, but man, we're in we've been to at least 10 states so far, right? At least fucking 50 of them have been at each show, so that's 500. So that's fucking 10% of them. There's no way 10% have come to see us already. I just don't buy it. I think people are full of shit. Anyway, Pittsburgh, the point is, do you want to be the new Spain? Is that what you want? Huh? You want to be the new Adelaide? Is that what you want to go down?
That was also the day we needed it the most as well.
Because we were stressed. Because all of our stuff was cancelled.
We stunk.
We did. We absolutely fucking reeked.
Stunk.
And then we had a flight to...
Oh, we went to Albany. Albany's weird, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's haunted, that place. There's just such big architecture. It's like
It's also the capital of New York, and then you get there and you're like, oh, no, it's not.
Nah, what happened is New York...
It's like when people
New York
like,
City ruffled Albany's hair and went, you can be the capital.
Aye. We'll have all the stuff.
Just like you let me be King Ding-a-Ling.
Aye. Man, if you want to be... If that is...
Do you think Albany thinks it's King Ding-a-Ling?
Definitely.
Because New York City's letting it be
There's
King
nobody
Ding-a-Ling.
there, man. There's nobody there. And then when we did find a bar, it was the most eclectic...
It was
bar.
so fucking diverse.
Man, it was the fucking Cantina bar from Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was everywhere from like full on Republicans in suits who'd come from a wedding
like people
to
didn't
like
expect to find out working men's clothes.
yeah
But
to
then,
to gangsters to
Brazilians
to a bridal party to like a black soul group who
to
one of them was playing a
couple of
harmonica.
comedians from England and Scotland.
Aye.
We just added to the tapestry of it.
I think there was like
Bearded hipsters.
bearded hipsters,
There was, like,
old. There was an old couple, just an old pensioner couple, sitting having drinks together, and then there was like people out clearly on like their first. There was an albino. Like, it was just, I was like, man, there's not many people in Albany. And then we've come to the one bar that's open, and you're like, okay, this is
There's
not
one
many
place that's
people.
open, every group of people comes to it.
Yep.
Or an ambassador of every group of people.
Aye.
It was wild because it was like, even like you look over there and it looked like a couple of blokes about to play darts.
Yep.
Like you'd expect to find like in a Weatherspoons or something. And then you look around and you just kind of, it seems like everyone. I was gonna say everyone seems out of place, but nobody seems out of place.
I think
because of it.
I didn't necessarily feel out of place, but I was like, I do feel like a foreigner because this is alien to me.
There because of how out of place everybody looked.
But I think but that's
it's a paradox.
But I think that's the thing about America, and that's what I always say it on stage, which is like, man, one of the very good things about this country is just how diverse it is, and also how normal diversity is.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, there's absolutely problems with it, right? But it's so commonplace and regular for a place to be fucking diverse, and it's one of the few things I like about this country, without being disingenuous. There's many things I like about this shit country.
So Albany just felt like it was pure haunted. There was like no one in the city, and then we found that bar. And that was last night, wasn't it?
Aye.
And I was smashed, man.
Well, I turned down that shot for a reason, man.
Aye, come on, pussy. Boo.
Nah, it doesn't work on me anymore. I'm beyond toxic masculinity now.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm high above the clouds. Nah. I am awoken.
You're trying to You're trying to spin tapping out.
Nah. As you can goad, you can tease, you can try and provoke, but I'm just so emotionally mature and comfortable in myself and my masculinity
that if somebody buys you a shot, you'd rather just go, nah, I'll not do shots with you, I'll not indulge in that social endeavour that uplifts.
No, if it's fucking bourbon, man, if you want me to do it, if you actually want me to join in a shot, you buy me a lemon drop. I will shoot a lemon drop, because lemon drops are delicious and they're designed to be shot. Or you can maybe shoot a jam donut. Those are also fucking delicious. I'm not shotting fucking 75 mils of bourbon. I'm not shotting vodka.
You shake the vodka as well.
I'm not.
That was a fucking breach of the Geneva Convention, though. That they were getting us shots of vodka. That's not on that.
Aye.
That's fucking rude. That.
I'm not shotting vodka. I'm not shotting bourbon. I'm not shotting tequila. I'm not shotting sambuca. I'm not shotting anything. I'm 31 years old. Of
tapped out already.
Yeah, no, not tapped out. Just I've done. Man, I've got all the medals from my 20s. Right. More than most. Got like a big fucking scout sleeve. You didn't see me tapping when
I was 31. You kind of fucking try to put your name in the same.
But you were poor and shite until you were 29. You kind of put your fucking
name in the same hat as me if you fucking tap it when you're 31.
No, not tapping out when I'm 31. I'm just going, no. Knowing your limits isn't tapping out. Chasing pointless stuff that you're never going to catch up to. Chasing a high that doesn't fucking exist.
Just enjoying yourself on the night, dude.
I was still enjoying myself in an hour, just to need the extra drink. Extra drink would have made me not enjoy the night out, because I would have been there for at least 7 minutes going, and then I would have been too drunk. And then I would have laughed at some of your shouter jokes, and I would have felt guilty the next day.
so much shite, that joke.
Aye. It's always my big regret. Some people wake up the next day like, oh God, what did I say? What did I do? How did I piss off? I'm like, oh God. Did I make Kai think that bit was funny?
And Cara does with every bit I do.
Oh, the greatest thing about, I know I've said this many times, but the greatest thing about Cara meeting any comedian is that the comedian will always take me aside and be like, man, that Cara, she's something special. There's something about her. She's just so, she's great. I love her so much. I'm like, yeah. Do you want to know what you like about her? It's the fact that she laughs at fucking everything. That's it. You can say fucking anything and she will cry with laughter because she is a simple human being. And that's why she's the best. And I don't say simple as a fucking insult. I don't mean that she's not capable of complex thought. I mean she's just happy most of the time because she's uncomplicated. Yeah.
Our friend Greg Kelly, he laughs so much at what you're saying
because he's just happy.
You feel confident around him.
Aye.
And Cara's got that as well.
Cara just laughs at any fucking shite.
Oh.
Any shite.
Aye.
That's why Cullen and her get on. It's the only place they can find common ground. Did you write any dad jokes, or are you a failure?
I wrote dad jokes. Yeah. Okay. Before I do that, though,
no, I was just making sure we've got at least fucking.
We're gonna do a giveaway.
5 minutes to. Oh yeah, this is your horrible.
So
you're gaslighting the regular listeners.
I'm not gaslighting the regular listeners.
Right. So what are we doing then? Well, you're being very passive aggressive.
Do you think we should do the draw on the first episode?
No. I just want you to explain to the listeners what you're doing.
Well,
I just want it on record that I think you're being passive aggressive.
Yeah, I'm just highlighting what the perks are. There's perks.
Okay, sure.
So when you sign up, there's a perk that if you're in a tier 2, you get entered into the draw for a prize. If you're in tier 3, which is your dad's, you get entered twice into the draw.
We enter you twice.
We enter you twice.
Aye. And you've signed up to it.
Like a good dad.
Aye.
Right? So what I'm saying is there's that draw that we do every month. Last week it was a t-shirt, signed t-shirt. This week we're doing your signed book and my signed book.
So we're doing the draw on the regular Everyday podcast.
But then, hold on. There's also, I'm going to do a draw including everybody in tier 1.
Oh.
Because we've got 500 patrons. So I want to give everyone a chance to win something. So I'm going to buy each of them a piece of merch.
Okay. Each of them?
So I'm going to get three draw. I'm going to draw 3 of 500 plus patrons.
Aye.
I'm going to buy each of them whichever bit of merch that they want.
Okay.
Right.
Now that my merch is finally available, apparently.
It will be by the time you make your order.
Okay.
So I'm going to do the draw now on the Monday.
For all of you that didn't subscribe to Patreon.
You could be part of the fucking top bowler, man. Be a mug.
Welcome to the fucking meat raffle, guys.
So we're doing the fucking meat
raffle. If you want to be part of this incredibly nail-biting, exciting thing that I know some of you are at home going, I wish I could enter it now. If only there was a way to instantly enter this competition. There isn't. You missed your big chance. But no. You can be part of this excitement next month when we do it again to piss the rest of you off. And also, we're very aware that people only sign up for a month because the Patreons aren't that good. They're not better.
This is how we're going to do it. I'm going to randomise a number and then I'll put numbers next to all the names.
All right, okay.
So what's this? Number 207 has won.
Oh, okay.
And this is for the merch. So I'm going to do a few of these.
Okay.
So 207.
Yeah. You've gone past it, you stupid cunt.
Is there. Terry Bernard.
Oh, he can win.
A lot of our gigs with Jocelyn.
Oh, does he? Because that's a Tory name, so I don't know if he can win.
Nah, he's Scottish.
He's not
a Tory. Terence. You call him a Tory because he's called Terence.
Bernard's very... you know what, you can buy him a fucking shirt there.
Right. So, write that down. Jot that down. No, this records it, I think. Right, and 80...
Did you say this records it while we're recording a podcast?
No, I mean it records what numbers have been called out, so I can look back at them. What does that say there? Hey, you got your sunglasses on to read that.
Scroll up, you daft cunt, that's 89.
Do you want that?
Matthew Salmon.
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 Matthew Salmon.
Matthew Salmon.
Salmon. I hope you like salmon too. So I'll just have to watch this back to find out who it was. In 462. Oh, that's fucking miles up there.
And you could all be part of this. This could be a longer, more arduous process if you all sign up.
There's someone called Carla. She's only put Carla doing so.
Carla?
Aye. Then
she doesn't win 2 names of... Is there somebody there called Dildo?
I don't know. Let's have a look. Where do you find that?
Fucking 464.
464. I have someone called Dildo with a Y.
Dildo Y? Because I oughta.
Why dildos? Is anyone still listening? Because this is going to be the draw. This is going to be the draw for the signed books.
This is such amazing content that there's absolutely no way that the people not involved in the draw haven't already turned off the episode or skipped through to the dad jokes because they're like, well, clearly none of this is interesting.
It's 361.
Okay.
Which is, and then ready 460, which is Brett pun at the end of that.
Oh,
I'm going to spin again. Brett will send you one anyway.
Yeah, you don't get to win.
807.
God, if it's me, it's going to be very embarrassing.
Jacob Wenman.
No. You're a horrible cunt. You've just moonlighted him.
I read out the cell number instead of the number of the thing. Lachlan. Fuck, I'll just send you something and I'll.
So the actual winner is Lachlan Georgie.
Lachlan Georgie.
Aye.
And who Jacob Wenman. He's both won.
Aye, you both won because Kai's a fucking idiot.
There we go. Look how good we are to our parents.
Aye.
We really connect with them on a fucking we've got real chemistry with them.
Right.
Oh, doing dad jokes now.
Aye. Your dad's cartoon crush is Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Your dad has a zipper on his pussy.
Your dad dropped his gay card and couldn't afford a replacement, so that's why he settled down straight with your mum. Tragic story.
He's looking for it for years.
Man, he lost his license. He couldn't practice the gay arts anymore. You gotta have. That's why they have the tests and stuff. Right, you can't just have unqualified gays out there. That's no.
Nah. You show your papers.
Oh no! Don't no. That makes them the victims. No, that was no.
That's what he said.
No, you've turned the bit around. It was like a nice, like, oh, they're mysterious, and now they're Jews.
Oh, remember the girl at the hotel that thought I was a gay Jew? Can you not remember?
No.
She was telling us both about breakfast, right? And she was like, if you come down, there's like bacon and sausage and all that. And then she just looked at me and went, oh, there's like turkey if you don't like pork. and then we went into the lift and she went, oh, in case you need this, because apparently there's not been shower gel on some of the things, and she handed us 1 bar of soap.
Where was this?
It was in the hotel after the Pittsburgh gig when we'd lost our bags. It was the last, because there'd been a little bit of a fucking kerfuffle in the lobby with the people behind you.
Okay, yeah.
So you're being very nice to her and all that, since she dealt with it really well.
Aye.
And then she went, oh, just turkey meat if you don't like pork. And then she was like, here's a bar of soap for the payers and all that. And then she went, she thinks you're a Jew. She thinks I'm a gay Jew. Your dad upcycled all the toilet roll he wiped his bum with this year to dress up as a mummy for Halloween.
Your dad's childhood dream was to play centre back for West Germany. I don't know if that was the evil one.
I think it was like, that was like when they were just like, you know, your dad would have been like in the 60s and 70s.
Oh,
It would have just had a good football team. Your dad ran out of money the moment he realised you can buy and engrave your own trophies at the cobblers.
Your dad chipped his tooth, sucking his teeth like a rude boy. Yeah.
Come out in his poo. Put it back in. when your dad was getting his eyes tested and the optician asks if the new lens is better or worse, he just guesses because he can't tell.
Your dad waters his plants by taking water into his mouth and then dripping over the leaves like a mama bird. And I guarantee that after listening to this podcast, now so does Natalie.
Your dad coward punched you off your bike the first time you got going without stabilisers.
Always be prepared. I wasn't wearing a helmet, man. You got to teach him one way.
Life can hit you hard.
Aye, wear a helmet. Wear a helmet or be a helmet. That's what he always used to say.
Every time he coward punches off my bike. Done.
Aye, fuck off.